Next to racing, that's my next favorite sport, college basketball. Hey, Larry, what do you think these guys are talking about, huh?
Well, they're talking about when they want to pit, DW. We're on lap 194. A lot of the leaders, and this, of course, this is Mark Conquest in the green and white uniform. That's the 18 and 20. Looks over their engine program. They're talking about when they want to pit. Most of these guys, which include Bobby Labonte and Tony Stewart, they were in on lap 139. They're going to be in the pits within about 8 to 10 laps. But the real strategy, I love strategy, especially when I talk about it and formulate it, is a lot of cars, which would include especially Jimmy Johnson in that 48, Jeremy Mayfield in that 19. They pitted on lap 155, so they can go another 10 laps. And we saw what happened earlier when that can happen. Matt Yoker.
Well, Larry, you mentioned that Chris Woodward and Mark Cronquist were talking earlier. Woody, what's it look like?
It's going to be close. You're looking at probably a lap shy, maybe.
Remember, this team finished second here 2 years ago. Stewart looking for that big, no full $5 million bonus.
What he means by a lap shy, again, these guys were in the pits on lap 139. That's 128 laps to go. That means you have to run 2 64-lap runs. But when that caution was out on lap 139, they had 5 laps of caution, and that buys you another couple extra laps, because a caution lap, you know, 2 green laps is like a caution lap. And so you buy a little bit of extra fuel under caution. So that's what they're calculating so hard.
Stewart the leader, Marlin, Busch, Newman, and Joe Nemechek, who, like Todd Bodine, has no sponsor after this weekend. In fact, Nemechek, no sponsor here this weekend. Jeannie?
No sponsor and a low-maintenance car, guys. Most of the day, just minor tire pressure adjustments. He has been complaining as he's made this run here that these tires stink. This is the car that he won at Watkins Glen with, and he'd like to take these tires and kick them back there. He's waiting for a caution to get back in there to make the change, but they are pleased with how the afternoon's going.
And that don't mean the tires smell bad. They're just not gripping the racetrack like he'd like.
Jimmy Johnson, one of 2 rookies in the top half dozen and one of 3 drivers in the top 6 positions who have not won in Winston Cup racing, but boy, are they so close.
And Larry, I always contend, Goodyear doesn't make a bad tire, in my opinion. We just do bad things to them. We mess around with them with the air pressure and whatnot, and I think we're guilty of messing up the tires, not Goodyear.
Well, things have become so critical. 1 pound of air pressure change, 1 pound could be like changing spring rate 20 or 25 pounds.
Well, we heard early in the race, Spencer's leading the race, and they said, you know, they made a change on his car, took some air out of the right front tire, and he got so loose he couldn't get in the corner. They took 1 pound out.
That made his tires stink.
That's right. He didn't like his tires either. You got to have happy tires.
We'll see if they can bolt on some happy ones when we come back and cover pit stops.